Hi everybody. So today we're going to be looking at, from the Voyager episode, Captain Proton, one of the later episodes. This is the tricorder for the Photonic Aliens who came into the holodeck. As you can see here, it's got these nice bright red parts. Well, this was made from an existing game, electronic game, that we picked up. And we cut it and blended it and assembled, basically we rebuilt it to make it better. As you can see here, this is basically the configuration it was. It had one of these red buttons over here, one of the red buttons over here, and then this little tiny red button went inside of this little tiny oval hole here. Now, these are original parts. This hole is not original. This hole is just like this one. This, basically, think of this particular toy as being cut in half, and we discarded that side. Now, taking this apart, you can see here that that's an injection molded part, just like these buttons here. And then there's this piece here, which is kind of like the hand cushion for you playing the game. Well, that was a piece that was like, okay, that looks great. Let's leave that one in. But as you can see here, where this white styrene is here, this is where we added all of this material. You can see here, this is all added material. And over the years, there's actually a little split right there. You can see where the material came away from the body there. There was actually a door panel here, which had a little plug that you would plug. I think it was about a 1 or 2 foot, I think it was 1 foot cord that came out of here and went up through this little slot. And you would put that out and you would plug it into the other guy's game and you would fight head to head. You could actually join 2 games together and, fight against each other. So, in some cases in prop making, this is the kind of thing you end up having to do because a design aesthetic or whatever, this is one of those projects where Alan Sims, the prop master, came in and said, hey, we need this piece, and I really don't know what it's like, and in many cases like that, we will ask a prop master of, well, why don't you go to your illustrator and let him have help design this thing so we know what we're making. And in some cases, there just isn't time because the illustrator may be working on 2 or 3 or 50 other things, just like we are. So in some cases, it comes to us to create some of these pieces, sometimes from scratch and sometimes from another piece, reconfiguring it into, there you go. So it really comes down to, what is it that we're trying to achieve? For this particular piece, it was, okay, we need this done in the next 3 days, and we're going to need like 3 or 4 copies of it. And we're like, okay. So literally throwing everything together to produce it. And it just, like most stuff on movie sets or Star Trek, you kind of end up just doing what you can do to get the job done. This had a screen in here that lit up. There's actually a piece of perforated brass that's missing from my kit here of parts. We probably ended up using it on one of the finished ones. This button here that goes up in here trying to remember, and I'll have to go through photos and see if it actually goes in here flat or does it come in at an angle. I don't really remember. Whereas this one goes right into place like it was originally, and and it would actually push button. I believe that the actual turning on and off of the prop was this switch here. So you would click it in, click it out. So there is the whole banana there. Some of you are going to ask, well, what is this material you filled in right here? This is actually body filler, Bondo or whatever you use, whatever the name is in the country you're in. But it's basically a polyester resin filler that has a hardener into it, and you apply it and you sand it. But that's what this is. The body here is all ABS. These are the original what they call screw bosses. We actually ended up encasing them with some brass tube with a little bit of dental acrylic in the tube to reinforce the actual screw bosses. Because when we're casting this, when we do the mold for this, we will put in where these would be. We'll put in threaded inserts into the mold to be cast around, so that we'll have metal threads to screw through these holes into metal threads here to hold it all together. That's one of the things that I brought in from my aerospace days to working in some of these shops. Is I didn't like just screwing holes or screwing screws into holes that were made out of resin, because one extra eighth of a turn can just rip out all your plastic threads. So casting those inserts in guarantees you can put it in, you can take it out as many times as you want, and replace your batteries. So here is the hollow tricorder from Voyager. I hope you've liked this video. Please do like and share, and tell your friends about it. Have them take a look at it, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.